Hello, and welcome to an unboxing of something pretty special, as you can tell by the title. This is pretty special to me anyway. This is a dream watch I've had ever since, and yes, it is cliche to say it, but ever since I saw one of these in GoldenEye, worn by Pierce Brosnan's James Bond. I believe it was a quartz though in GoldenEye, and then after the popularity of it because of that film, it became an automatic. I could be wrong on that, I'm not 100% sure. I'm a little bit excited, so my facts are probably going to be all over the place and I'm going to forget to do things. But yeah, wanted one of these for well over 15 years and got an excellent deal on it, so couldn't really say no. But before we get into the main bit, let's have a look in the side here. So you get your instruction manual here in all these different languages, slotted nicely down the right hand side, as well as this, which is quite well known to be an Omega thing. You get your pictogram, so on this is just all the little pictures of what everything means on the watch, like the diver, it's an automatic, it's COSC certified. And speaking of that, there is the certificate for the master chronometer, and up here is the international warranty, which is 5 years on this, I believe. Whether it's with Omega or the people I bought the watch from, I'm not sure. It might be the jewelers. But let's get into it, shall we? So let me just get the main box out of the way. There we are. Put this to the side. And what a box this is. I've had some pretty nice boxes in my watch collecting, but this is just fantastic. It's so nice. It's got such a weight to it as well, and you can tell it's just really well made. But press the Omega button on the front and open it up, and there it is. So as you can see, I got it in the black dial, which is my top choice. I love all the other color options this comes in, and they had a white dial and a blue dial and then the black on black version in the shop, but it had to be this. But before we get to the main fun part of the video, let's take a look at the box, shall we? So in here you have obviously the cushion where the watch goes, and then under here the rest of it. So we have our spare links over here. The watch has already been sized for me, as well as the tag. And this is something interesting which I think is new to this particular box, and I didn't know they did it, but we will get to that a little bit later on. We will come back and show you that, but for now we'll put this to the side and get into the exciting bit. So this cushion it comes on, because I've already had it sized to me, it did actually come as this, so a sleeve on top of the cushion, but we couldn't close the clasp over this extra bit of cushion, so we just took this out and put that in the bag. But here it is, the Omega Seamaster Diver 300M. Coaxial master chronometer. This is the 42mm case diameter, with I think it's about, thickness between lugs is about 20mm, and the thickness itself of the watch is 13.6, I believe. So it wears really nicely. I think depending on how you have it sized up, it's around about 190 grams. It's heavier than some of my other watches, but it just, some might see that as just excellent build quality, which of course this is. But I am so excited to have this. I mean, just look at that dial. It's stunning. I was shaking when I was buying this almost. Still a little bit bewildered now, if I'm honest. But as I said, the black dial, I think it just absolutely pops. Anti-reflective coating on the crystal, might be top and bottom, can't be sure. Ceramic bezel insert, and it is a ceramic dial as well with the wave pattern on it, which you can see there. Really beautiful. Just notice the date is wrong as well, it's the 2nd. And the time's correct. Here's the case profile there. And you can see the helium escape valve just on the case there, which I'm never going to use. I don't go diving. I want to go diving, but never got around to it. And there's the crown. Screw down crown, as it is a diver watch. You know, officially rated to 300 meters, which is 1,000 feet. The classic Seamaster bracelet, which is just instantly recognizable, isn't it? Everyone, or at least who knows watches, just recognizes the Seamaster bracelet. And then the Omega deployment clasp, pinch release, milled, of course. And it does have, see if I can get the camera to focus on it in there. Might not be able to, but the push micro adjustment. So you push that button in and you can extend and shorten the watch so that you can adjust it on the fly, which I tend to do on a hot day. It was quite hot when I picked this up, and I did have to extend it just a little bit. It also has the diver's extension, which snaps out here and then extends it for if you're going diving and you want to put it over a wetsuit or whatever. But yeah, I'm blown away by this. It still hasn't settled in that I have it. It's just stunning. It's their caliber 8800, I believe, which is the self-winding with coaxial escapement. Master chronometer certified. It's also anti-magnetic, I believe, this one. Power reserve is 56 hours. Not sure how many joules, but if I can get it to focus, let's have a look at that case back there. This is fairly new on the Seamasters. I think the last 2 or 3, maybe 4 years that they introduced a display case back, so you can see the 8800 caliber movement there. The automatic winding rotor. Just see the balance wheel going around there, look. Absolutely stunning watch. Beautiful. Should we get it on the wrist, see how it looks? I am wearing my black dial Christopher Ward, which a lot of people compare the two. And you can kind of see why they compare the two. I mean, they're both, you know, black dial, Swiss made, stainless steel diving watches, ceramic bezel. Obviously there's huge differences between the two, but there's also quite a few similarities. Personally, I love these. Anyone that knows me knows I love the C60 Christopher Ward, or any Christopher Ward. But it's difficult to compare the two. They're just, you know, they're too separate in terms of, you know, quality and what you're getting. But, you know, fantastic watch. And if you see my other videos, you know I love these. But let's get it on the wrist. As I said, it's already been sized for me, so fits really nicely. And there you go. As I said, about 190 grams. So, you know, once it's on the wrist, you get used to the weight, but sits really nicely. There's the watch roll for you. Really comfortable bracelet as well. Not a bad profile. It does go under cuff. I have about a 7.1 wrist on a good day. Yesterday when I picked this watch up, it was quite warm out, and you know, your body, you know, expands a little bit in the heat. So I did have to use the micro adjust to get it around the wrist, but you know, that added optional adjustment is just awesome. Now let me show you what I wanted to show you on the box. I was told that this is a fairly new addition to these Seamaster, and maybe the other boxes, like the Aquaterras maybe, but I certainly didn't know they did this, and I don't know if it is new, maybe in the last couple of years or even more recent than that. But underneath here, where you have the extra compartments, if you take this out, you can probably guess what it is, but it's a built-in travel case. So if I take this off and put it back on the cushion, you pop that in there, and now you have an Omega branded, nice quality leather travel case. I think that's a really nice touch. I'm not going to use this. This is going to go back in the main box just to keep it in nice condition. Yeah, I won't be using this. When I do go away traveling, I tend to take maybe 2 watches, 3, depending on how long I'm going away for. And this just won't do it. And what I like to use, I will show you, is this company called REUPLOADING. This is not sponsored by them. I just really love their watch boxes for traveling. They're so rugged and sturdy, and it's in my favorite color, or they come in my favorite color, which is orange. So if I'm going away traveling, this is what I tend to use. This is the 3 watch case, as you can see. So you just slip your watch onto their foam cushions, and then just slot them into one of their slots, and there you go. They come with their nice little polishing cloth, and I love a polishing cloth. And it's got more spaces for, you know, another 2 watches. They also do a single watch box, which currently has my Spinnaker in it in the other room, in the same color. They do this 3. They do a bigger one with, I think, up to 6 now. They're always innovating and bringing out more. They also do this slimmer 2 watch case, which is what I tend to use more often than not, because I only like to take 2 away. But you can just, if I can get it working, just sit your watches in this case like that, and then another one on this side, and keeps it really nice and protected. They're also watertight, I believe, because they've got a nice rubber seal around the outside. But as I said, this isn't sponsored by REUPLOADING. I just wanted to show you what I use. Whilst that one that comes included in the box is really nice, it just, you know, the chances are if you're taking a watch away, you're wearing the watch anyway. So one single watch case doesn't always come in handy unless you're wearing one and you're only taking one away. But no, just wanted to show you this. Now, one thing people like to hear on this watch is the bezel action. Really solid. I believe it's a 120 click bezel, but I mean, that just feels fantastic, and the noise as well. Unfortunately, it's not a real James Bond watch, so this isn't going to turn on a magnet or open up a laser or set off a timer for some demolition charges over there. It's really nice. And I assume people will want to see the lume as well. So if you give me a second, I shall darken this room up as much as I can in the middle of the day. There we go. And get a lume shot for you. And there is the lume shot for you. So as you can see, I don't know if it's picking out very well in the camera, but the pip at 12 o'clock on the bezel and the hour hand, the minute hand, is actually a slightly different shade to the rest. So the indices and the hour hand and the second marker is a blue, and then you can just about see it there. And then the pip and the minute marker, or the minute hand, is a green. And it's extremely legible. It's a really nice color. It's super bright as well, but they don't always pick up very well on cameras. But everyone likes to see a lume shot, so I thought I'd do that there for you. And there we are, back into the light. So thank you very much for joining me on this, what for me is an extremely special unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. There's another look on the wrist. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. Can't believe I finally own what I would say is my dream watch. It's stunning. There's not much more to say, really. Thank you for watching. Maybe see you on the next one.